What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back with a week 3 game preview and score prediction. This time, it's the Georgia Bulldogs versus the South Carolina Gamecocks. Okay? All right, let's get on into it. A SEC matchup. Finally. But anyway, we're going to start out by talking about the South Carolina Gamecocks. Who is coming into this game 1-1. All right. They lost to North Carolina in week 1, and they beat Furman in week 2, and now they got to go up against these Georgia Bulldogs. All right. Last week against Furman, they had no issues on offense. They beat Furman 47-21. Spencer Rattler had a field day. Went 25 for 27, 345 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Then the backup came in. Lenora Sellers went 4 for 4, 86 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So both of those guys got the groove on against Furman. But it's Furman. You won't be going against Furman this week. You will be going against the reigning back-to-back national champions, Georgia Bulldogs. All right. As far as their rushing game, hey, it was okay, but it won all that. They had 39 carries for 108 yards. Matter of fact, that's not good at all. So they would have to be balanced against the Georgia Bulldogs. You got to run the ball and you got to pass. But I don't think you're going to be running too much. But it's all good. Sometimes Spencer Rattler had these games where he go off in the passing game. So maybe this will be one of them. But anyway, defensively last week, receiving, South Carolina, they had Xavier Leggett, 6 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown. Ooh, buddy. Well, that was all right. Eddie Lewis, 6 catches, 89 yards. Trayshawn Russell, 2 catches, 65 yards, and a touchdown. Who else had a touchdown? Luke Doty, 1 catch, 36 yards, a touchdown. Omega Blake, 1 catch, 7 yards, a touchdown. Nick Harbor, 1 catch, 7 yards, a touchdown. So 5 touchdowns thrown. And I believe 5 touchdowns thrown and 2 on the ground. So, hey, it is what it is, like I said, but the run game was terrible. 39 carries for 108 yards, that's not good, even though they got in the end zone twice. Delarian Joyner got in the end zone. He only had 42 yards. And then Spencer Rattler had an 8-yard run and scored. So, offensively, they look good in the passing game. Run game, not so good. So, like I say, it wasn't a real issue against Furman. I'll just say that. Maybe that was playing their backups running back a lot. I had the game on, but I really wasn't paying too much attention to it. I mean, who don't know South Carolina going to beat Furman? But this is going to be a whole nother story this week. Okay? All right, let's talk about these Georgia Bulldogs, who's coming into this game 2-0. They beat Tennessee Martin, and they beat Ball State. Both games in blowouts. All right, which that's what it's supposed to be. I believe Ball State scored 7. I think both of them scored 7 points. Maybe Ball State didn't score but 3. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I watched that game. I was live for it. I know Ball State got 3 points, I think. I don't think they scored a touchdown. But anyway, I know Tennessee Martin, they did score a touchdown. But I think Georgia beat them 48-7. And they scored like 40. It was like 45-3. That was the score, 45-3 against Ball State. Like I say, all SEC schools right now, they're having issues. But even though they're having issues, the majority of them is still undefeated. Okay, and Georgia is one of them, which they should be. Okay, so but anyway, as far as the Georgia Bulldogs, man, they got a lot of injuries at the running back position. Lad McConkey ain't played yet. They ain't going to Brock Bobbles too much right now. I think really they didn't need him in these past 2 games. Now against McNeese State, He did have a couple of big plays. I know he scored against them. Who else? Malik Muse. He's looking good. I like Malik Muse. He had a run back last week. So also they lined a couple of receivers up at the running back position, and they even looked good at the running back position. Carson Beck. I think he's gonna find his footing in this game. So yeah, man. What else? Defensively, I know defensively this front seven, it don't look like it always look where I have looked in past seasons for the Georgia Bulldogs. So we'll see what they look like going up against this SEC's program, even though South Carolina, I don't think, is on Georgia's level. Now, being that they are having some issues, this might be a year that everybody gets surprised. I don't know, because I'm quite sure everybody is looking for Georgia to win this game handily. Just putting it out there. But like I said, at times, Spencer Rattler have shown that he can go off. And if he get in one of those modes, Georgia defense will have some issues with the secondary. Now Georgia got some studs back there in that secondary, like Malachi Starks, Javon Bullock. They got some studs in that secondary. So Georgia they ain't fell off. If they have, it's not by much. Wide receiver core, they got dynamic receivers still. You know, will Lad McConkey play in this game? I don't know. I don't keep up with Georgia's injuries or what type of injuries they have. So I don't know, but they still got Raw Thomas and Dominique Lovett, the two transfers. So Kendall Milton, he's still in the backfield. Couple of more guys. So as far as the offensive line for Georgia, it ain't looking as good as it usually look either. But guess what? I think they'll have enough to hold off South Carolina. I'm just putting it out there. So, and then Kirby Smart going to have these boys ready to go. And then I read an article, Kirby Smart saying that the South Carolina fans are talking or like they the better fans than the Georgia fans. You know, some shit like that. Kirby say they can use that for motivation. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is, man. I got the Georgia Bulldogs winning this game. As much as I hate to say it. I got the Georgia Bulldogs winning this game. Even though they had some issues with these two smaller schools, you know. I got them winning by double digits. I do. And so, what would be my score prediction for this game? I'm going to say Georgia Bulldogs once again. I'm not going to put them in at the 45-point mark. I'm going to give the Georgia Bulldogs, since they, the running backs is messed up. Georgia is known for having great running backs. They like to pound the rock. So they using this pass game a lot. So, and like I said, I think, what's the name of find his footing in this game? Carson Beck. All right. So, but anyway, I'm going to give Georgia, I'm giving Georgia 30. I'm going to give them, shit, I'm not giving them 40 points. But I'm going to give them 31 points. Georgia 31, South Carolina 14. 31-14, Georgia Bulldogs. That's my final score. And I'm sticking with it. Roll damn Tide.